one. I think depending on what leather you get, the pricing is different. So I'll show you guys what it looks like first. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. I wanted to review for you guys a few of my card holders that I have in my designer luxury collection, and I actually don't have heaps of card holders to share with you guys. I did used to own a Chanel card holder, which I let go a few years ago. I also had a Chanel O case, and they were both really gorgeous pieces, but I decided to let them go because I found that they were quite expensive and I wanted to buy a bag instead at the time. So a lot of my SLGs I've ever either bought on sale or they were under the $500 mark. So hopefully this will help you guys out if you're trying to buy a card holder for yourself or you're tossing up between a few styles. And yeah, I'm also going to be doing a little unboxing to share with you guys my new card holder and kind of compare it with my other ones that I've had in the past. I super recommend this style because it is in the croc embossed leather, and I bought it at the time because it matches my Sac de Jour Nano, and yeah, it's just the same leather, so that's why I bought it mainly. I like this card holder because it does fit the cards really easily. So you just slide them in like this. And I wouldn't recommend overstuffing it because I find that with these card holders where the cards are on the outside, if you stretch out the pockets, it means that the cards can fall out, and I really, that's just probably just not safe. So if you have some extra cards, I'd recommend to put them in the back in this section. So sometimes I do have more than 5 cards, and I find that this section is really good for spare cards. You can put coins in this bit as well. It's too thin to fit really chunky items like a key fob or anything. So something like that, you can probably squish it in, but because it's only like, there's no gusset or anything, I wouldn't recommend it. I think if you want something like that, I would probably go for like the Louis Vuitton Recto Verso card holder because that actually has like a bigger section in the back. But for thinner items, I would recommend this wallet. It's really easy to access your cards because it's just the way that it's set out. It's quite thin as well, the way it's laid out, so it fits really nicely in your pocket or in your bags. The only where I've seen is like the fluffiness on the zipper, which I guess is just from it like rubbing on things. This Laurent card holder, and I bought this one on sale. I like this one mainly because of the color. It is like a glittery pink. The base is black, but there's like glitter pink through it, and it's in a more kind of PVC finish. This one hasn't gone sticky or anything. I know that if you get this in a GDP grain, if you get it wet and if you use it quite a lot, the coating on the top breaks down and it can develop a kind of tackiness to it. But I haven't experienced this yet with this kind of more patent finish. This was a seasonal variation that I think I also saw it in like a purple and potentially a green. There was a blue one as well. But I find this quite water resistant and quite durable. Patent leather in general is quite resilient, so I would say like a patent leather wallet does wear quite well over time, unless you get it really hot. Then again, you have that problem of the top layer kind of breaking down and getting sticky, but I haven't experienced that with this wallet. If you do have more than like 10 cards, I would probably go for a bigger wallet or something that accommodates more cards, because yeah, when you stretch these sections out and you have your cards falling out, it's just not as secure. This one, it's still quite tight because I didn't overstretch it, but yeah. The only thing I don't love about this one is the Cassandra logo. I don't like how it sticks out because I find that this can scratch on the interior of my bag. And also I don't like how the corners wear really fast, so the gold has started to chip off. I think over time that just looks a bit tatty. So I personally prefer wallets and card holders that have less hardware and just a little bit more simple, because I know hardware, even across all brands, like even Chanel, the logo starts fading and chipping over time, and I just don't like the look of that. It's potentially something you could get replaced, but with a card holder you probably wouldn't be bothered. So yeah, I just prefer it to have I prefer this one because I find it less abrasive on things in my bag, and it's just a lot more streamlined as well with that raised I don't really like that raised logo. As pretty as it looks, I prefer not to have it. I haven't been very good at saving money this year, guys, so I don't know it's because of this quote on this wallet, but my boyfriend got this for my birthday. I think it was last year, or was it Christmas last year? It could have been Christmas last year. And yeah, I really love it. I think it's from the Joe Brainard collection. And on the other side, it has the little anagram logo. I've worn this for about 6 months straight, and the leather has really softened up quite a lot, but not to the point where the cards are falling out. So I can still put like one card, say, in the middle, and it will fall out if I force it, I guess. But in these sections, yeah, I would say these sections it's still quite secure, but the middle part, it's kind of, I don't know, I didn't overstuff it, but I think the nature of this leather is really soft, and it's just kind of become quite bendable, and so I wouldn't probably put my cards in this bit because I think they will fall out now, just because it's so soft. But these sections still seem okay from what I can see. Maybe I'll try one more card in there and see how it goes. Obviously, this one wouldn't be good for coins because they would just fall out. But for cards, yeah, these sections, it doesn't fall out. So, yeah, I quite like this card holder, but I have kind of, it has softened a lot over time. But it's gorgeous leather. I think Loewe have really beautiful leather that it does soften quite, like you even see with the puzzle bags, the leather does soften up a lot over time, which I think is a nice thing about Loewe. It kind of develops its own feel over time. I don't know. I quite like Loewe leather, but yeah, it does do this. So that's that, which I used as a card holder for quite a long time. This one I overstuffed, and I actually popped some stitches on the side. And I think because it's canvas, it's not as malleable as something like this. So you do have that problem of potentially straining the stitches on it. I also found that with this one, I had my keys on it, and the gold has faded off after a few years. It's not too obvious, but it's definitely something I noticed. Also, it started to rust a little bit here after about, I think, 3 years. That's what's happened. This is something that I really did use a lot, so I didn't necessarily baby it or anything. This is really good if you want something a little bit more secure, because all these ones have the cards on the outside, so you do have that risk of them falling out. But if you want something a little bit more secure, something like this is really good because you've actually got a zipped up closure and the cards aren't going to fall out. I also liked with this one, you can kind of dangle it to, like, I don't know, your belt loop or another bag, and I just think that's a really cute little feature. I tend to use this as a card holder, a key holder, which I think is what it's designed for. So I hang my key fob on there and my keys, and I tend to put my keys on it, and then I put it in here, which is why it's kind of overstretched it. I don't think it's really big enough to accommodate all my keys, so if they made a size a bit bigger, I think that would actually be better for me, because as a key holder I actually find it a little bit too small, but I think as a card holder it does the job. It actually fits quite a lot of cards in there, and they're quite secure. So I do really love this SLG. I just kind of wish it was a little bit bigger so it actually fit my keys, because this is actually more of a key holder. I did buy one as well in the Damier Ebene, which I haven't used as much. And this one is not as rusty, and the gold on this one, it looks not chipped at all, because I haven't used it much. I used this one more as a card holder, and I use this one more to hold my keys, so it's kind of scratched up. I think I'll show you my little new card holder. Now, I bought this from a secondhand store in Australia because they gave me $50 store credit. It was the same consignment store that I bought my counterfeit Loewe bag, and they said that they you know, they are sorry and they gave me my money back and $50 store credit. So I ended up buying a little card holder just to kind of save this one a little bit. Because this is a gift from my boyfriend. I didn't want it to get too stretched out, so I thought maybe I could rotate these two. This one, I think depending on what leather you get, the pricing is different. So I'll show you guys what it looks like first. I haven't actually tested it out yet, so it's brand new. Yeah, the condition was brand new, so they haven't used it. And it's a Calvi card holder in a really bright blue. I'm not actually sure what this blue is called. I've forgotten now, guys, but it's a super bright blue, and I think it's goat skin, so chev leather. So this Calvi card holder, depending on if you get the Verso one, so sometimes the inside will be a different color. You can also get them in different leathers. So I think the Epsom leather is the cheaper one, and then there's also the goat skin, and there's Evercolor. I think the goat skin is probably the more expensive one. It was $300 on the consignment store website, and I had a $50 store credit, so I got it for 250 Australian dollars, which is not too bad. I think for chev leather on the website, it's a little bit over $600. So I made a little bit of a saving. As I said, guys, I don't like to spend a lot of money on card holders, so I thought it was worth getting, and I really am into Hermes at the moment, so I was curious to see how this would go. Now, the thing with this one that I like is that it's very minimal. It doesn't have any hardware, and I think it's also quite compact. I also like how the cards are enclosed, so they're not going to fall out, and it just feels a little bit more secure because they're within the card holder. So I've got two cards here. So you just kind of slide them in here like that, and it doesn't seem super organized. Like, I like how with these card holders, they're all kind of separated, so you can easily kind of get your cards out. But this one, you kind of have to get them all out and then just take them out individually, which you might find a little bit annoying. I thought maybe I could organize them so there's some on that side and some on this side, but you can't really do that because they just slide from side to side. Unless you kind of close it and then keep it like that, then maybe they'll stay in each area. But, you know, they do kind of like slide from section to section. I think if you put coins in here as well, it might get quite messy. I did try and put some coins in here, but it kind of got a little bit jimbled up, and it's not like something like this where it's a little bit more organized and you've got coins in the back and then cards in the front. So I almost feel like I kind of understand why Hermes have this one for cards and then the square. I think it's I forgot what it's called, but there's like a square little card holder as well, and that one is more designed for the coins. I think it's ideal to have this one for the card holder and the other one for the coins, because I think together it just gets quite unorganized and messy. But I do really love this color, and as a little piece, I think it's really beautiful. I think the leather is beautiful on it as well, so I'll be excited to use this. I also like how minimal it is. I think it's quite sweet, actually. So with these kind of Calvi card holders, I'm more drawn to the bright ones because it's just so small and simple. I think you need to get it in a funky color, but you know, you can get it in black, you can get it in the classic, the tan, taupe. Yeah, this would also be adorable in like Mauve Sylvester. I really love Mauve Sylvester, so maybe I'll get like the little square one in Mauve Sylvester. I forgot what it's called, guys, but yeah. That's my new card holder, guys. So out of all the card holders, for me, I find the best layout to be the Laurent one, this one. You've got the section for the coins, and I feel like the cards are really well organized. If you have extra cards as well, you can put it in the back. And I think overall this leather holds up really well as well. And the price point of this is, to me, better than going for the Louis Vuitton canvas, because I actually find that it lasts longer. For these, I feel like the price that I got them at, you know, $200 and something a few years ago, I think that's okay, but I don't know if they're really worth what they are now. But I do know that if you are a Louis Vuitton collector, you probably find this quite attractive, and I do like how it's got the clip, because I think that makes it a little bit more versatile. So I do like these. They're not the most practical. I just wish it was like maybe a little bit bigger for keys. The Loewe one, I really like the leather, but it did soften quite a lot. But it's a gorgeous piece. I think it's just a different feel. I think if you're into Loewe, yeah, I would recommend this actually. It does feel better than the Louis Vuitton ones. It's just has a beautiful feel to it. So that's why I like this one. I don't love this one just because I don't like the jutting out logo. I find it's quite annoying and unnecessary. I really don't like these in the GDP grain, but I think it's held up pretty good in the patent leather. And this one I'm yet to test and try, so we'll see how this one goes. Guys, do you have a Kelvy card holder? Do you love it? Let me know. I'm really excited to try these out in my bags. I just think the color is really adorable, really fun to, like, I don't know, it even looks good just like taking it out of my Picotin. I just think, yeah, the color is just so pretty, so that's why I went for it. And yeah, guys, thanks for listening to my blurby video today. Let me know, do you guys have a favorite card holder, or do you have you know, card holders that haven't worked out for you? I know they're only a simple thing, but it's something that a lot of people use. I know some people don't even use card holders anymore because they just have everything on their phone, but I don't know, I'm old school. I still have cards. So yeah, thanks for watching my video today, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!